No? Okay. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pick a Side, Stupid. This week's show is about ethics. So I've brought in 8 of the top ethical minds in Boston. Today we have Zach Jones, May Keith, Sean Rosa, Ken Green, Chloe Cunha, Kelly Gruenberg, Liz McDonald, and Bill McMorrow. All on the show to talk ethics. It's less comedians than we normally have on the show, so I figure I'll probably be asking each of them more questions than they usually would answer.
That's unethical, by the way.
Sorry, what was that, Ken?
I said that was unethical, by the way, to do that.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm tricking you into answering too many questions.
You did not say that originally. So.
Yeah. So all of the questions today will have to do with ethics somehow, and the categories are personal, social, religious, business, and wild card. So when a comedian chooses a category, it will be out of one of those. Once we've used that category, we can't return to it until we've gone through all of the other categories. Each debate will consist of a comedian making a case for 1 minute, and then the other comic gets a minute, and then they each get a 30-second rebuttal. And then I'll choose a winner at the end, and I'm the only judge. And when you guys agree with me, you comics, you can be off mute if you want. None of you are Doug Fitzgerald, so it's fine.
Is this the part where we get to boo you?
Everybody should be off mute except for Bill. But if you agree with the decision that I make, then you should cheer.
Very good job, Sean. You're doing well.
Thanks. And if you disagree with the decision that I've made, then you can feel free to boo me. Give that a shot right now.
Yeah, this is garbage. I'll shut off the Wi-Fi if this happens.
All right. So let's do a little exhibition matchup before we get into the bracket. How about that? Bill and Sean, you guys are the first that ever did this show. Why don't we have a little matchup between you two right now?
Remember when we almost got in a fight with those ladies in the back of the stadium?
Oh, that's my God. Right. They were the worst. I hated them.
They were brutal.
Okay, so in case people don't know this, we used to do this show after the Tuesday night Iron Furnace show, and
rip to a real one.
And after the show, we were trying to do this debate show, but nobody showed up for it except for 2 women in their 50s that had no idea what it was, but they insisted.
They weren't that old.
They were young.
They were young. Like 30s.
Yeah,
they looked like they were in their 50s.
The whole place.
Listen, Quincy Center is a weird place.
Anyways, it's just me and Bill and Sean and these 2 women. And we were like, well, we're not going to do this show because nobody showed up for it. And they were like, no, you do this show.
We're here. We're here. I put on my good Bruins jersey for this.
Yeah. All right. So let's throw it back to the old days. It'll just be Bill and Sean. And hopefully those 2 women are watching somewhere.
Oh, good
They're
luck
on
to
the
them.
YouTube chat.
They got the virus. They were definitely down Wollaston Beach all week.
Sean, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay. Bill, what category do you want?
I'll go first, please, Sean.
Great. That works out.
What are we debating here? What's going on here?
Ethics. We're debating ethics.
Yeah, give me an ethics question.
Okay, but do you want it to be personal, social, religious,
personal.
business,
don't get too personal? This is on the internet.
Card.
Keep it, on the up and up.
Okay,
let's talk about billionaires. Let's talk about the ethics of billionaires in these trying times.
It's real. Rage Bill.
All right, great. I think I've got the perfect billionaire question for you, Bill.
All right.
Billionaire.
From
billionaire. I'm so close. I got the first 4 letters.
From the social category, your question is from Ethan Diamond, and he asks, you ordered pizza with friends. There is only 1 slice left.
Oh,
you grab it or offer it to everyone else before reaching for it.
How many people are there?
Let's say 3.
If you offer a piece of pizza to everybody else, like if I'd offer it to my wife, I'd say, "You do you want that?" But I'd give her that face that's like, "Do you want it?" Or you thinking that maybe I'd like that? You know? What if I don't have that piece of pizza and I feel weak, and then we have a home invader? Are you ready to take on a home invader, Nicole? And to be honest, she probably is. She's pretty tough. But also, I would like to eat that last piece of pizza. What was the question again? Am I taking the pizza? Do I get to have the pizza?
I mean, it's just, are you going to grab it or are you going to ask if anybody wants
I mean,
it?
I'd grab it, then ask if anybody wants it when it's in my hands after I've touched it. Maybe sneezed a few times. What kind of pizza are we talking about? Does it got toppings?
Your choice, buddy.
Maybe, hey, how many pieces of pizza have I already had? Did I already eat 7 pieces of pizza and there's 1 piece left?
Let's
I'll
say
just pick
yes.
the toppings off and let them have the rest.
Time.
That felt about right.
So what am I arguing?
God, I don't even know at this point. It sounds
Okay.
like you're just going to grab this slice of pizza with no regard for anybody else.
No, Sean, you're arguing for getting a group of people together to eat pizza at this point, I guess. I don't know. This sounds dangerous.
I don't even know anymore. I guess, yeah, I'm gonna offer the pizza around, you know, because I already got my slices. And you know what? I took my slices first because here's the thing: communal foods at this stage, very dangerous. You got to get your slices in and then let everybody else deal with the aftermath of that. And then you know what? There's 1 slice left. You don't know who's touched that slice. You don't know. You haven't been, unless you've been staring down this slice of pizza all night, you don't know who's touched it, who's sneezed on it, what. So you offer it around. And if nobody else wants it, you know what? You take one for the team. You eat the
Time.
Am I going to get a chance to?
Yeah, Bill, you got a
this?
rebuttal right here.
That's what this is now. This is just a fascist website that I don't even get a chance to say that fella's wrong. I'm so hungry for pizza. What do we get? I would eat the last piece of pizza. I think, is that what he just said?
Yeah, Bill.
Sean, I'm talking to you. You're the host. Take control of this ship. It's fucking, we all see the iceberg. We're heading towards it. Take control.
Time.
Listen, some of us don't see the iceberg. You know, some of us are down in the lower class, just trying to eat our pizza. And you know what? Some rich asshole steered us into an iceberg. And we now have to deal with the consequences of it. So offer around some pizza. Women and children get the pizza first.
Oh.
Great. All right. Well, that's a perfect first debate. And I think Sean
Why do
Rose is
women
right, but
children-
this is an exhibition match, so it doesn't matter. I have to choose
Why
a
do
winner
women
here
and children get the pizza first?
because they're
I
hungry.
get it.
Bill.
If it's a sinking ship, they get it on a boat. I get that. But why do they get pizza?
Bill, have you ever been to a children's birthday party?
I have. Why?
give
Are you
them
saying
food
that you
first
don't
so
think
that-
I've ever been to a children's
I'm just
birthday
saying they
party?
give them food first so that they will settle down and quiet and chill. Somebody give Bill food. is what I'm saying.
If there's any pizza out there, I would love one.
You want the rest of my pizza, Bill?
What do you got over there? What is it? Is it
It's Helios that's been sitting in my freezer for like 5 or 6 months.
Hell yeah.
Oh, so it's aged. It's dry
Yeah.
aged pizza.
This is the fancy pizza.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
Let's do another exhibition match here. So how about Zach Jones and Chloe Cunha?
Oh. All right.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
just finished my soup. So.
Perfect.
That's
So
not
not fair. She has superpowers now.
Oh yeah, we're doing puns. Buckle up.
All right. So Zach, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay. Chloe, do you want personal, religious, business, or wild card?
Ooh, let's get into the heavy stuff. Let's go religious. Let's do it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So your question is, what do you do with the donations to your church? Let's say you run a church, right? What do you do with the donations? Do you feed the hungry or do you buy a jet?
Well, yeah, I mean, look, I gotta buy that jet. I gotta buy that jet. That's what God wants. God wants me to be closer to him physically, in the air as much as possible. I'm not even going anywhere. I'm just gonna fly around there, make it like my new home. You know, like people have trailer parks, but why not a trailer plane? You know, I don't know. I think that's innovative. I think it's the morally correct thing to do, especially right now, because people shouldn't be traveling except for in private planes. You know, so as to prevent the spread of germs and viruses. Yeah, so I'm just gonna fly up there and
Time.
yeah. Oh, thank you.
Okay, so we're not really talking about germs right now because this is a religious question, and everyone knows that with religion you can prevent germs, so it's not a problem here. Chloe, I think you're thinking a little bit too small with the "ooh, I'm going to buy a private jet" with it. No, what we need to do with our tax-exempt religious earnings is buy an entire airline. We need a whole airline, because nobody needs to be fed more than people on airlines. They're very they're hungry, especially people who are flying at cheap domestic rates now, because there's just they haven't had food on those flights in years, and people are hungry. So we are going to feed the people who need it with our massive airline. And then, you know, keep building from there, see what else, maybe like feed people with an amusement park. The people are very hungry there too. There are plenty of places that people are hungry. You don't have to necessarily just feed the ones who are like downtrodden, you know, you got to feed the hungry though.
Time.
Yeah, these are good points, but I mean, what kind of chump gives their airplane participants food for free? I mean, that's not. If I'm gonna buy a whole airline, which by the way, our church is doing very good, then I'm charging for everything. I'm not just gonna feed them. Who does that? That's not godly. Oh boy. Yeah, no, you want room for two legs?
Time.
Listen, I don't like to talk about this a lot because people think things, but God has sent me messages and told me about a way to disrupt the market in terms of flight. You know, God gives me all sorts of market disruption venture capitalist tips that you can check out on my new app, Prayer, but there's no E, just YR.
You have 5 seconds left. Nope, never mind. You're done.
Okay.
All right. Well, again, I couldn't possibly pick a winner here. It's an exhibition match, so you know it doesn't matter. We'll get to the bracket very soon, but in the meantime, let's do another warm up. How about a warm up between Shelly Gruenberg and Ken Green? That sounds like fun.
Oh, please.
All right. So, Shelly, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second, Sean.
Okay.
Boy.
Ken, do you want a question from personal, business, or wild card?
Oh, well, I'm a very personal person. So wild card.
Ah, God damn. Okay. This question is from Mike Cox, I believe.
Wait, that's a made-up name. I'm pretty sure that's a made-up name.
It's a real name. Like I just I'm just making up names to
hey,
throw in here.
let me know if you ever
Invited
see
my
Kay,
friend
okay?
Hate Would Jablomi
Is
into the
Kay
group.
around anywhere?
All right. Your
Yeah.
question.
From Huge Ass.
Ken,
All right, go ahead.
you've got an important
Mike,
question here.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
It's is the true motivation behind good behavior altruism or selfishness? Do you do what's right because you are a good person or because you want to be seen as a good person?
Oh, you definitely want to be seen as a good person. Because I endured 8 years of Catholic school, altar boy, the whole 9 yards. And we did stuff we thought they said God is watching you everywhere.
Mhm.
You didn't do it because God said do it is good. You did it because he's watching. You kind of rack up those points. Just like a point, heaven is a point-based system. It's if you get a sheet, if you get enough points at the end of everything, you get to heaven. You do it because you want to be seen doing it, racking up the points. You don't do it because it makes you feel good. Nothing makes you. Only thing that makes you feel good is when you're selfish. When you do stuff for yourself. When you're like, I'm going to grab that last piece of pizza. That's what makes you feel good. No, this is strictly you're doing it because you want people to see you being good. But today, for instance, stupid what's the guy? Amazon guy. Already busted. He gives away 10 million to food pantries all of a sudden out of nowhere, even though he just got busted for like firing some guy for like protesting work conditions. He didn't do that to look like good. He did that because he knew people were watching him. Yeah, do it because that people do stuff good. People are horrible. We're horrible, basically. Everybody's horrible.
Time. All right, Shelly, good luck arguing that.
Well, I think everyone's fine. I don't think everyone's horrible. I think everybody's net neutral. Capable of doing awesome things like watching Glee with me, or horrible things like not watching Glee with me. And I like to think, and hear me out on this, people do things to be good people, not because they're scared of going to hell. There are people who don't believe in hell. And I would argue they're some of the best people. That's it.
Oh, no. Even an atheist does stuff because he wants somebody to see him doing good. He wants to prove the point, like, look at me, I'm doing good because I don't even care. There's no God watching me, but I want you to watch me. Basically, we're an atheist God. He's doing it to show us. So yeah, don't believe that. People are horrible. They will all do. They're watching Glee with you just to appease you. They don't really care about Glee. They hate singing. They hate musicals. They sit there and watch musicals. They like you as a person, so they're gonna sit there and watch with you. But they couldn't give a damn about Glee. They're glad you're there watching it with them. That's about it.
Time.
Glee
All right,
has the perfect pilot. It establishes character. It has songs. It is a perfect show. And Jeff Bezos did not donate $100 million to seem like a good person. He did it so we will forget that he looks like a penis. Which is not selfish.
All right. Well, again, more great points and no way that I could choose. So let's do our final warm up and then we'll get into the bracket. So obviously our final warm up here will be between Liz McDonald and May Keith. All right. So May, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Okay, Liz, you can pick from personal or business.
Personal.
Okay. So your question is, you discover that your friend is cheating on their partner. Do you let their partner know or preserve your friendship?
I'm going to preserve my friendship because those are kind of hard to find sometimes. But also, I don't know. But yeah, no, I think I'm going to preserve my friendship because I don't want to be the person that ruins someone else's life. And I think stuff like that, like you are bad at hiding it, and maybe not everybody, but I feel like it would probably come out eventually. And then I could just I love to just know things, it's just like knowing a secret is fun. So yeah, I'm not gonna tell him.
Liz. You know what's even more fun than knowing a secret? It's telling a secret. Ooh, forbidden fruit. Ooh, when you tell a secret that you're not supposed to tell people, what a feeling of power. And I don't know what your life is like, but I need to feel some sense of control right now. So yeah, I'm burning it all to the ground. And look, I get it. Sometimes you want to preserve your friendship at all costs, but let's look at the Animorphs, okay? How did that go? How did that go for them? Yeah, it's really important to maintain integrity in a small group when you're fighting in an intergalactic guerrilla warfare style situation. But unless that's going on, I think you owe it to your friend's partner who you don't know at all to break up your friendship and just ruin lives. Time.
But sometimes if you tell a secret that you're not supposed to tell, then someone else, then the original person finds out and they call you and they yell at you. And that's happened to me before. And that's not fun because then you feel like you're the worst person that's ever lived in the history of the world, which can be worse than fighting a galactic warfare just inside of your own brain.
Ooh, okay. All right. First of all, fighting the intergalactic warfare is real bad. I have the rat up because they trapped a child as a rat and left him to die on Rat Island because as children, they thought that was ethically better than murdering him. Wrong choice, hands down, wrong choice. But also in response to your point about like feeling shame and humiliation and getting yelled at, I was raised Catholic, so like, you know, that's fine. That's part of atoning to happiness. You need to go through that all the time.
Time. All right. Another matchup that I couldn't possibly choose a winner in. So let's get right into the bracket then. What do you think?
Coward.
Cool. All right. So the first round of the bracket, the first matchup, let's have it as Bill McMorrow and Zach Jones.
Hello, Zach.
Hello, Bill.
How you doing? Are you faring okay? Are you getting through?
I'm hanging in there.
Do you have snacks?
I'm doing all right.
Can I have some snacks?
I got goldfish.
Everybody got goldfish, bro. That's
Zach,
a pandemic staple.
Zach, do you want to go first or second?
I guess I'll go second.
This is bullshit. This is
Bill.
bullshit. This is rigged, and I'm upset now.
What category would you like?
All right, I'm over it. I'll take basketball for 200.
Okay, business.
The business of basketball.
Your question is, who would you more easily forgive for stealing from the company, the lowest paid employee or the highest paid employee?
Is it my company?
Yeah, Bill.
If it's my company, I'll forgive the highest paid employee because that's me. If it's not my company, I'll forgive the lowest paid employee because that's also me. But either way, I'm gonna forgive the lowest. Come on, fucking, you gotta steal sometimes just to live, right? You gotta take shit that maybe you shouldn't. Like, look, that's not. We have 2 cars, but maybe we didn't pay for 2 cars. Maybe I saw a car that I liked and I took it, and it was my boss's. So should I go to jail now all of a sudden? Because he's rich? That's my fault? I don't know. The whole system's fucked up if you're saying that that's what's happening right now. I don't know. I think we're all screwed if I'm going to go to jail just for taking someone's car when I needed an extra car because, you know, 1 car wasn't enough. My family, for my situation, we needed another car. I wanted to go someplace. My wife wanted to go someplace. I didn't want to drop her off. She didn't want to drop me off. We weren't about picking each other up either. So, you know, what are you going to do? He can afford another car. He probably didn't even pay for it. Probably
Time.
car.
So I'm saying then that I'm more forgiving to the highest paid employee.
Fucking sounds just like you.
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I mean that's what we all
Classic.
do all of the time, right? We're just like the highest paid employees of every company are just stealing from everybody, and we just
True.
allow them to keep doing it. If that's not forgiveness, I don't know what is. But meanwhile, somebody like Bill steals like a couple of
Whoa.
paperclips and a car and a company vehicle, and they take them away.
Right.
And I don't do enough about stopping that either. So I guess we're all bad people who are complicit in this. So let's just take it a step further and just forgive the embezzler up top.
All right, Bill, what do you have to say to that?
I say I needed a box truck, and the company had 13 box trucks, and I had no box trucks. Why can't I take 1 or 2 box trucks? And they're still gonna have 11 fucking box trucks. They don't even send them all out every day. They have like 3 of those trucks on call like 3 times a week. What's the fucking point? What am I gonna save up to buy my own box truck? What am I gonna put in it? I just spent all my money. I don't even have anything to put in the fucking truck now. You know what? Capitalism has failed. We're gonna switch it up. Give me a long weekend to figure it out. Yeah, I went over my time. I don't give a shit. What are you gonna kick me off the internet?
Oh boy.
Bill, you should have just built your own box cars yourself, like I did. Your box truck with my
Box
own.
car?
Yeah. No, I built both train cars and also box trucks because I'm an industrial man, and if I want to, then siphon off some company funds to, buy the moon, I'm
Siphon
allowed
them all,
to.
baby.
Time. All right. Well, as you all know, there's no way that I could hand the win to somebody that wants the highest paid person to steal.
I mean,
So-
it is very weird that you would be in favor of the billionaires like this, Zach. It's sort of disgusting.
It
I
seems a
can
little
pay
off
multitudes.
brand.
Yeah, it
For
does seem
Zach.
off brand. He's always like, oh, in person, he's always like, oh, damn the man. But on the internet, he's like, oh, Zuckerberg's probably listening.
We can
All
be
right.
complicated people.
So, Bill McMorrow is moving on to the next
Oh
round.
man, this is rigged.
I'm getting reports that Rick Canavan is writing in and wants to be added to this meeting. He's
Oh my
asking
God,
when,
Rick, get in
when he
there,
goes
bro.
on. Do you guys think that Rick should be added to this?
Yeah, bring Rick in. I mean, it's not my
highly
place to
ethical,
say.
yeah.
It's highly ethical. Okay, we'll bring him in. All right. In the meantime, let's do this matchup. How about Ken Green and Liz McDonald?
What's up?
All right. So, Ken, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go first. Why not?
Great. So you can pick
Yeah.
from any category that you would like: personal, social, religious, business, or wild card.
Boy. Aren't personal and social, well, I guess they aren't the same thing, but personal. Let's do that.
Okay. Your question is this is very personal to you because you are a surgeon and a convicted murderer is laying on your operating table.
Ooh.
Do you save him and doom others that will certainly be harmed by him later, or let him die?
Wait, do I save him and do what?
Do you save him, which will certainly cause others to be harmed by him later,
Oh, okay.
or do you just let him
Um,
die?
Who did he kill? Like Hitler or something? Because that's fine. That's okay. I have to know who he killed. I'm gonna assume he killed some horrible person.
Well, he was convicted of it, so
Well,
let's
murder is
assume.
still murder. You can still murder a horrible person and still go to jail for murder. So he might have killed somebody who needed to be killed. Let me tell you something. Okay, granted, I wasn't the most toughest guy around and back home or whatever, but some people need to be bumped off. Maybe he killed somebody who needed to be killed. I'm gonna give this guy the benefit of the doubt and say he committed a murder that needed to be committed. I'm gonna save this guy. and he'll owe me. And then when I need somebody bumped off, I got that for him. So yeah. So I hold it. Hey, remember I saved your life? I got somebody over here that I need. Just give me a little problems here. If he keeps complaining about my newspaper being on his lawn or whatever, I'm tired of that. So could you just go over there and yeah, sure. But I'm gonna assume this guy, he made up. Who knows? Murder is not just like, some people need to be murdered. I'm just saying. I don't know. That's a bold stance. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna go there. I'm staying with that one. Done. Time. Whatever. I don't know.
All right, Liz, you're up.
I'm gonna let him die, I guess. And then my only regret will be that he will not get to be conscious while he is dying. Also, like, surgery is hard, right? Like, they always show those pictures of the surgeons just like passed out, and not always, but like it seems like a long and grueling process. So if I could just like, accidentally like cut the wrong thing and then get out of it, like I'd be into that, and then I wouldn't feel bad because he killed somebody. So it's okay.
All right, Ken.
But if you let him die, aren't you now the murderer? You could have saved this guy's life, but you let him die. Now you're the murderer. I'm doing my job. If I save his life, that's my job as a doctor. I have to do it. You let a guy die that you could have stopped it, and you become the murderer now. So you got to fix the guy up. That's how it works. So you get bad press. Big deal. Whatever. I don't care. I did my job. Yeah.
But sometimes not doing your job is so much better. Where we have all found out during this time. And also, I don't know, maybe he would just go to jail and then someone would kill him in jail anyways. So like, or like,
probably would.
Yeah, or like the government would kill him. So in a way, I'm just expediting the process. I'm not taking taxpayer money.
All right. Well, I think I got to hand the win here to the person that believes that sometimes not doing your job is so much better. And that is Liz McDonald.
Thanks, John.
All right. Next up, let's have Shelly Gruenberg and Sean Rosa face each other.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. Shelly, what do you think? You want to go first or second?
I'll go second, Sean.
Okay, Sean Rosa, you can choose from social, religious, business, or wild card.
Wild card.
Okay. Your question is from Sarah Albanese, and this is an important question. I know Sarah needs the correct answer for this, so please get it right. Your question is, you're scooping ice cream for you and your partner. One bowl ends up having more ice cream in it. Do you keep it for yourself or give it to your partner?
I give it to my partner because I've eaten a lot of ice cream this week and I'm starting to get sick of it. So, you know what? My partner could do with some getting sick of some ice cream. So, you know what? I mean, what kind of ice cream is it? Let's play the bill questions now. What kind of ice cream is it? How big are these bowls? Is my spoon bigger than hers? Like, what's going on here, guys? You gotta. Hey, what? You guys remember Maggie's Lounge? How did they ever have ice cream there? No, they didn't. But if they did, she gets the scoop.
All right, Shelly, you're up.
I eat all that yummy, yummy ice cream, and here's why. Because it benefits both of us. I'm staying thick for them. You know? Because every piece of ice cream they don't eat is going into this dump truck, baby. Thank you. Woo!
All right, Sean, back over to you.
Listen, I don't need ice cream to stay thick. I have other ways of getting it done. You know, chocolate chip cookies, cheeseburgers. Just the fact that my diet is entirely soda now. This is the thick juice right here. This is how you stay thick and translucent. That's what you need. We both need to stay thick, and sometimes you have to sacrifice your thickness for hers.
All right, Shelly.
You know, I love soda too. I love soda just as much as you do. In fact, my pee is sand right now. This isn't. You know why? Because I love that soda. I know which sodas are being added to the Big Gulp machine because I have a soda Google alert. And you know what? For that, I should be president.
All right. Well, my vote goes to Shelly Gruenberg here. So Shelly will be moving on to the next round. Okay. So then I guess the final matchup of round one will be Chloe Cunha and May Keith.
Oh, hey.
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 So May, do you want to go first or second here?
I'll go second, please.
Okay. Chloe, you can pick from social, religious, or business.
Ooh. That's tough. I'm tempted to do religious again. It worked pretty well last time, but let's do business. I know so much about business.
All right.
Yeah, let's do business.
Okay, your business question is, this is another one from Sarah Albanese, and another very important one. So she asks, someone eats your clearly marked leftovers. Do you turn the other cheek or take a shit in their desk drawer?
Okay, listen. The only cheek I'm turning is my butt cheeks. And they're turning right in that drawer. Oh yeah, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. It's happening. I'm gonna go even further. I'm gonna eat all of their food, and then their food is gonna be the shit that comes out. See, because that's just poetry right there. You know. You wanted to poop my food? Well, it turns out I get to poop your food and I get to choose where the poop's going. And it's going right over that important document. And I am so sorry. I know it was due Monday and I'm the one who told you to finish it, but whatever. I'll give you a new copy. I'm still going to poop on it. So, yeah, that's what you get for eating my yogurt, Karen.
All right. As funny as that is, I think we've all been keeping up to date with the World Health Organization guidelines on the spread of COVID-19, and we know that it spreads through fecal matter. It's not the common method of infection because most of us don't go around shitting in each other's desks. But if you do that, Chloe, you're basically injecting Karen with COVID-19. Does she deserve it for eating your leftovers? Probably, but Karen is a Karen. She's going to go out there and she's going to asymptomatically spread it to a million grandmas. So I'm just going to turn the other cheek. I'm going to let someone eat my leftovers and I'm going to let a million grandmas live.
Right. So we're getting into the thorny ethical questions right now. And the real question that you're posing is, are a million grandmas worth my creamsicle Yoplait flavored yogurt? Yeah, I think so. Listen, it's my yogurt is about as important as the economy. So yeah, I think that's a fine exchange. I feel very happy about that. And
you would have suspected that Chloe was a Republican. Is her yogurt worth a million grandmas? Maybe. But the Animorphs never would have done us like that, you guys. Childhood. They sacrificed their souls. They were out there every day on the front lines
Oh, no.
fighting for us, like the healthcare workers. Stay home, observe quarantine time.
Oh, man.
All right, a lot of good points and a tough decision here. And you know, if we weren't in the middle of a pandemic, I would say it's perfectly acceptable to shit in somebody's drawer at desk at work. But given the circumstances, I got to hand the win here to May Keith.
Oh, wow. So glad I said those contemptible things and then lost. I just want to point out, I'm wearing the shirt. So I feel.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. Chloe wins.
Oh.
I'm so easily swayed.
You should have not sponsored Animorphs. You should have sponsored Pick a Side. You picked the wrong product to sponsor. Sorry. Oh, so close.
All right. So, hey, we're between rounds now. So let's read these, the bad questions, the no contest questions. These are questions that should probably never be asked of anybody at any time. And one of them will be our final question of the night. So you guys can let me know which one you like the best. If you're watching on YouTube, then you can let me know in the comments which one you would like to hear. And one of them will be the final question of the show. Okay, this first one is from Evan Zygmunt, and he says, oh, it's the trolley problem. Okay. Evan asks, a trolley is going down a track, and there are two paths it can take. On one path, an enormous water balloon filled with pee-pee. On the other, a giant bathtub overflowing with stinky poo-poo. Which path is more ethical to take?
Sorry, I hate this question so much.
Now,
I don't get it, but
I take it back. Some of these questions are good.
Oh, God.
Okay. This question is from James Sheehan. This is an ethical dilemma for sure. He asks, do I really have to put the toilet seat back down for you?
Yeah,
One
you
person.
do.
Okay. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Those are the most effective ways to curb environmental impact. What do you do with your condoms? Reduce or reuse?
Thanks for not saying recycle.
Okay. This question, this is the last of our quote bad questions. This is from Tyler Dirtiak, and I think working from home is starting to get to him. He says, let's say that the person that lives across from you, in the apartment across from you, you can see them from where you sit at your desk, and they always have the shades open and they walk around naked. Hypothetically speaking, do you tell them and warn them about it, or just look the other way and leave your desk until they leave your sight? Should you tell your neighbor, or should you just ignore it?
Is paying attention not an option?
I mean, that's the second option, really. Was he said, like, leave your desk, go walk around until they're gone. So it is not paying attention to it is the other option. But one of the options is, do you tell them? So either way, you don't want to see it.
right.
Or you're not seeing it either way. But one of them is, do you address it so that maybe other people in your building also aren't able to look over there and they're protecting themselves. Okay. So if you're on YouTube, let me know in the comments which one of those you want to hear as the final question. And you guys in the Zoom meeting can write it in the chat if you would like. So how quickly we got down to the final four. You know, it's so fast when we only have 8 people on the show. But our first matchup of the final 4 people will be Bill McMorrow and Liz McDonald. So, Bill.
Sean, I've unmuted myself, Sean, so that I could participate in this part of the show.
I'm glad.
I didn't want to ruin the show for you because I know it upsets you, so I don't want to do that.
Great.
You know, the industry could be watching this right now.
That's so
I don't
true.
want to fuck it up for you. You know, or for me. Oh, who knows? Who knows? Maybe David Letterman's out there. He's probably got YouTube. He's probably got YouTube.
Probably.
Probably got YouTube TV. Even maybe he's a subscriber.
Bill,
Hello, Liz, how you doing?
Billy, you ready for
That's
your
a virtual handshake.
Billy, you ready for your
No, I'm not ready yet.
question?
No, okay. Hit me, bro.
You want to
I
go
get
first or
pick?
second? First or second,
Oh
Bill?
man, can I go second, but also pick?
No.
Come on, dude. You never let me do that. You know how much this means to me. All right, I'll go second then.
Okay, Liz, you can pick what category, and you can choose from social or religious.
Religious.
Okay. Great. So your
Great.
question is, which are you more likely to do? Covet thy neighbor's wife or worship false idols?
Probably worship false idols because honestly, like they just look cooler. And that's what all the kids are doing. Like God, like they're like, oh, we don't know what God looks like. But then they talk about the false idols, at least in like Catholicism, and they're like, yeah, it was like some cool dog gods and shit. Like that's way cooler. Plus, like, I don't know, there's other people. I could covet other people's wives that aren't my neighbor, and then that's fine, you know? Then that like fulfills my wife coveting need. Then I would still rather worship the false idols because they're probably just cooler.
All right, Bill, what do you say?
Oh man, I'm coveting my neighbor's wife big time right now. I'm covered in my neighbor right now. I just need human contact. I don't care who it is. I've never even met my neighbors. We've been here like 8.5 years. I've met 2 of my neighbors. I'd hug them all if I had the opportunity right now. I mean, maybe not all of them. I'd have to fucking suss out the situation first. You know, give them the smell test. But you ain't, you telling me, Sean, you're telling me you're down in Tennessee, not even covered in any of your neighbors right now. That's garbage. I know your wife's listening and you're trying to be a nice guy, but Jesus Christ, get out there. There's Knoxville, there's Memphis, there's Nashville. I think they probably got well, they don't have a Worcester, but they probably got like they might have like what's another town? I can't even think of a town. It's been so long since I've been outside. What do we got for towns? Oh, I bet they got an Avon.
Time.
An Avon.
Yeah, I totally understand what you mean. I haven't met any of my neighbors either, but I like literally would lick their face at this point. Like I have only seen 2 people for 2 weeks. And maybe I'm gonna start worshiping my roommates as false idols. Like that's all I have going for me right now. And a cat. That's a pretty good false idol. I idolize cats. They're good. They're chill. Time.
All right, Bill, over to you for the rebuttal.
Did you say, Sean, are you still there?
I'm here, Bill.
Sean, did you say worship false idols? Are you talking about like a battleship? Because it sounded like you said warship. And I think if you go back on the file, you're going to hear that you don't talk right. What do you got, a southern accent now, you idiot? Apologize for that. That came out wrong. I'm just a little cooped up. I miss you, buddy. Don't be mad. Come on.
Time. Go Titans. Okay. Well, while there are a lot of good points there, I feel like Bill really stretched himself there to pronounce an R for the first time in his life. And I appreciate the effort that went into it. So I'm going to hand the win to Bill McMorrow.
Could you understand it? Did I say warship?
Do you worship false idols?
You fucking worshiping false idols over there, what?
All right.
My uncle owns a business in Warship, Mass.
Bill went from saying Worcester to warship.
Ian. Hey, you from Worcester? Worcester?
Okay. Now to find out who's going to face Bill in the finals here, we have Shelley Gruenberg and who won the last round between May and Chloe?
I don't
think-
know.
I don't know.
I think May won, right?
Yeah, I think so.
At a different point. I don't know where we landed on that.
Okay. Well, the good news is there's more time for extra debates at the end because we have so few comics in this one today. So let's have Shelley and May Keith right now. And whoever wins this will face Bill in the finals. So Shelley, do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second.
Second. Okay. So May, your question is going to be from the social category. And you wrote 2 of these at least.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just going to open it back up so that you can pick any category you want except social because you wrote too many social questions.
Let's go business.
Business. Okay. Your question is okay. Your question is proper disposal of chemicals takes too long. Do you follow the rules and risk getting fired or ignore them and keep your job?
You ignore them and you keep your job, and here's why, okay? If people didn't occasionally ignore how you're supposed to properly dispose of chemicals, we would not have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I just want to say, I think Splinter is probably, aside from Hal from Malcolm in the Middle, he's the best father on television, okay? He loves his children. He supports them. They're not his biological children. That doesn't matter to him. It doesn't matter that they're mutant turtles. He turns them into ninjas, into heroes, and into warriors. And I'm sorry, if some rule following, and I'm a rule follower at heart, I really am. I think rules are there for a reason, but sometimes you have to break the rules. You have to take a chance, like Cassie did in number 19, The Departure. She took a chance to make a partnership with a Yeerk, and that had war-ending ramifications 50 books later. It was unbelievable. But so like Cassie, sometimes you have to ignore the rules. You have to just throw the chemicals away and hope that you're gonna end up with some ninja turtles. Time.
All right, Shelley, what are you gonna say?
Splinter is not a good father. He lets all of his sons live in a sewer. I'm not a scientist, but I'm pretty sure turtles can't have pizza. The best TV father is Stu Pickles from the Rugrats Erasure. Also, I dispose of everything properly. Example, batteries, you gotta eat them. And you know what? That's how I got my powers. Time.
Point out that digesting batteries, while fun and makes you powerful, is not actually in compliance with federal regulation for disposal. So boom, you argued against your own point. Second, Soar, that's a dope place to live, especially if you're a rat or a turtle. Soar is a perfectly acceptable environment for such species. Stu Pickles, he was great. He was a great father. Lou was better. Lou was a better father than Stu was, okay? It's Lou, then Stu, then Drew. And
Oh, it's an improper disposal. Okay, Officer May Animorphs. Also, Stu Pickles was a toy maker. That's all the toys you want. That's Reptar. That's the girl with the hair that looks like triangle.
Cynthia. Her name is Cynthia, and she's a very cool dancer.
Let's not get into the semantics of whose name is Cynthia.
Time.
What is happening?
All right. I mean, hey, a lot of great points and a lot more talk about the Animorphs than I was prepared for. But I gotta hand the win here to Shelley Gruenberg. Okay, so our two finalists today will be Bill McMorrow and Shelley Gruenberg.
Oh, Shelley.
So, Bill, what do you want to go first or second?
I'll go second, please.
Stadium. Yeah, the fight with the chicken.
Are
Okay,
you
Shelley.
wearing that? Are you wearing that shirt right now, Sean?
Looks like it.
Am I wearing the shirt from that?
I think you are.
He's wearing the same haircut.
Son of a bitch.
All right, I didn't invite you all here for a roast.
I apologize for my rapaciousness.
So let's get this started. Bill, do you want to go first or second?
Sean, could I have the chance to defer it to second this time, please, if that would be an
Second.
opportunity for me to take?
Okay, so Shelley, you can pick from personal, social, religious, or wild card.
Isn't this the final question?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh my goodness.
So-
you know,
Oh.
yeah. Jesus, Sean, get your act together, kid.
Man,
Wait,
I'll
you
tell
get
you.
south of the Mason-Dixon line and all of a sudden everything's screwy. You need a box of Joe.
Bill, I still live in the United States of
Yeah,
America,
yeah,
my
fucking
friend.
prove it.
So,
Prove it to me.
Confederacy.
What's
Wanna see my-
what's the marijuana laws there? Is that still a verboten state?
oh,
Are
you
on
know,
lockdown there? Can
you know
go
what,
to
Bill?
a-
It's weird. I haven't had a chance to go to the dispensary
Man, your
around
hair
here
is
yet.
crazy, dude. You shouldn't because they'll think you're robbing them. Seriously, dude. If your manifesto isn't out by the time that this fucking virus is done, I don't even know what you're doing. Unless you're doing a Locks for Love thing, in which case, hey, I'm proud of you, buddy.
All right. So going by the comments,
It's not,
that,
is it? It's not Locks for Love.
going by
You
the
just
comments
can't get to the barber. I get it.
that people have left, I'd say that
Everybody left.
the most requested question for the final question of the night is the trolley question. This is from Evan Zigmund. So Shelley, you get first crack at this. Evan wants to know, a trolley is going down a track and there are two paths it can take. On one path, an enormous water balloon filled with pee-pee. On the other, a giant bathtub overflowing with stinky poo-poo. Which path is more ethical to take?
A question posed by a scholar. Well, I would have to say the gigantic water balloon full of pee-pee. And here's why. Piss is sterile. Piss isn't only sterile, it's also cool. If there was nothing on the other side, I would still go to the pee-pee. It's not called a golden shower because it's unvaluable. They'll love it. They'll like it so much. Time.
Bill, you're up, buddy.
What? I don't, this is why I don't take public transportation. I don't want to choose between hitting pee-pee or poo-poo. You know what? The old Schrodinger's toilet thing there. Am I a toilet or are you a toilet or are we all toilets? No one knows. This is really a dumb question. Can we have something that's more in line with the times? Can we have something that's like, hey, how do you kill the virus? And then we can all fucking spitball and see if we can figure it out. Maybe we could fucking meld minds here for just a minute and fucking cure the world. I don't know. Or we could talk about this. Sean, Which one am I choosing? Do I get which one did what? John?
Time.
Son of a bitch. Give me a little leeway. We're in different time zones.
Time.
Oh, now again?
Time.
Oh my god, he's fucking broken.
Shelley, you're
Rebel
up.
yell.
Shelley, you got 30 seconds.
His is not only sterile, it's also dope. You know, water balloons, historically fun. I've seen a Nerf commercial. I'm hip. I'm cool. I know what the kids are into, and the kids are into piss. Piss, the fluid of the future. It's like Dippin' Dots. That's different. Oh, we love piss here at Pick-a-Side Stupid. That's it.
Bill, can you come up with a rebuttal for that?
Yeah, I thought the kids were into eating ass. That's what I keep hearing on all the fucking mainstream media keeps telling me. Eating ass here, eating ass there. Don't forget to eat the ass. Now all of a sudden I hear they're in the piss play too. This is shocking to hear right now. And I gotta be honest, I'm gonna have to look into this. You know, not too much because it gets gross after a while, but you know, I got time.
Time. All right. Well, I mean, I think everybody here knows that there's no way that I could choose a winner during this final debate. So I need you guys to all choose a winner for me. So go into
Sean.
the Pick a Side Stupid Facebook group.
No,
And there will
don't
be
be
a
a coward.
poll.
Choose a winner.
There will be a poll at the top where you can pick Bill McMorrow.
Don't be a coward.
If
Choose
you're if you are an awful person, you can pick Bill McMorrow.
Hey,
Or
there
if
are
you're a
awful
good
people
person,
out
you
there,
could pick Shelley Gruenberg. So go into the
There
Pick
are
a Side
awful
Stupid
people
Facebook
out
group.
there. Oh, of
Make your
course you did. She's from the South too. I knew you'd take her.
There's a lot of northern aggression happening.
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
sorry you don't. I'm sorry you don't. What am I, a carpetbagger all of a sudden?
Okay. Hey, so we got time for some more debates while votes roll in. So how about it? Let's do it. How about Ken and Chloe? Would you guys be okay with facing off against each other?
Yeah.
Hey.
Great. So Chloe, do you want to go first or second?
You know what? I've been going first the whole time. I'm gonna go second this time. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
All
go.
right.
I'm bucking the trend.
Oh, come on.
Ken, what category do you want here?
Oh boy, what did I do? Religion, because yeah, sure, why not? It's
Religion.
It's almost Sunday. Come on, let's do it.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. Anyway, yeah.
All right. Your question is, what is the worst sin? Marrying someone to get the money or marrying someone to get the sex?
The worst sin?
Yeah.
To get the sex, because you've been dating for how long? You've been together for how long, and you got married to have the sex? Wait a minute, like that should have happened a long time ago. You oh, I'm gonna marry you, and I'm gonna jump into that, and the money. Everybody marries for money in one way or another. I'm like, how many? No, I shouldn't say. I was gonna say how many street people are getting married. None, but because I ask you money, you gotta everybody's marrying somebody for money. But if you're holding out just to get sex, that's both desperate. And that's, I don't know, unethical. I don't know. You should probably have done that a long while back. I don't know. Yeah, just marrying for sex is wrong. I don't know. I think that's wrong. In my book, that's wrong.
Time.
Yeah, thanks. Take it off.
All right, Chloe.
This is a very funny question to me because I'm no theologian, but isn't marrying to have the sex literally the only way to have sex without sinning? Is that what you're supposed to do? I feel like that's not a sin. I guess we're gay sex. Okay. Plot twist. Oh gosh, if anyone doesn't know, I'm gay. Okay. So are there any YouTube people watching who don't know any of us? Probably not. Okay, anyway, sorry. So the real sin is marrying for money, because the meek shall not bone. That's definitely one of the Psalms. Oh man, my Sunday school teacher would be so proud. Yeah, no, marrying for money is like a big no-no. Because you should be marrying to fuck.
No, I'm not a theologian either, but I believe in the New Testament they changed it, so they say like go for what you know. I think it's actually that's like John 13:25. Hike. I don't know which one it is. It's one of those. It's one of those things, and it's in the Bible and stuff. Yeah, they say you should try out. You should have sex before you get married. I guess in the thing. They taught us that. The money part, he didn't throw anybody in the temple for like having sex. He threw him out the temple for having money. That's the wrong thing. He's like there were probably people having sex all in the temples.
So wait a minute, aren't you arguing my point then? Because
no, after my point was sorry, go ahead. I thought my point was that marrying for money was wrong.
You threw people out of the temple for like making it rain. I remember, yeah. That's definitely in there. That's in the New Testament as well. That's definitely that is, yeah, I remember that part very well. And lo, the coins did flop onto the boobs. I guess they were having sex at the same time. I don't know. There's a lot happening back then. People could go outside, so it was wild. Yeah.
I think that's a direct quote from the Bible too.
Yeah,
all right. Well, hey, you're both winners on this one. Thanks. So, how about Rick Canavan's here with us now?
Yay!
So I think.
Oh God, he's banned from the stadium.
If we could have maybe Bill McMorrow with his guitar face off against Rick Canavan with his banjo.
John, did any of the
Rick, do you have a banjo?
Oh my God, we're truly in the South now.
Rick, do you have room in your canoe for some stuff? Oh, I like it, Rick. You got a nice little stash going on there, brother.
May, what were you saying?
I was asking if any of the Tiger King questions made the list.
There are Tiger King questions here, so maybe we should get into some Tiger King questions.
I feel like there's a lot of ethics to debate with that, but
yeah.
See that Joe Exotic has coronavirus?
I heard that. I think everybody in prison has coronavirus by now.
Yeah. It's sad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not good.
Let's do a Tiger King question. All right. So who hasn't watched Tiger King? Anybody?
Me. I have not.
Sean Rosa? Okay. So Sean and Zach are out. Shelly, have you watched this?
Yeah.
John, have you seen Lion King? It's pretty much the same thing.
When did we start doing debates where you had to watch the thing that we're debating about?
Yeah, that's silly.
That is a good point. That is a good point. All right, let's have two people that may or may not have watched this. It'll be Zach Jones and Shelly Gruenberg. All right, so Zach, you haven't seen this, so you'll go first.
Okay.
So your question is from May Keith, and she asks, what's more ethical, feeding your tigers expired meat from Walmart or feeding them leftover human meat that no one else was going to eat anyway?
I think it's more what's morally worse. Is that how it's phrased?
What's more ethical?
what's more ethical? I would say, yeah, feed them the human meat. Listen, most of our bodies are going to rot, and like the thing that we call most bodies in the ground is worm food, and tiger food is way cooler. So I think it would be honorable to be tiger food instead of worm food. Worms don't do anything. Tigers, well, we've all seen at least a little bit of the documentary series Tiger King, so we know they do cool and awesome things, and only some of which kill people. And you know, so I would say give them that human meat. It is what are you gonna do? Scatter your ashes in the
Time.
near where you.
All right, Shelly, you are up.
Worms do so many cool things. Zach, Worm Hater Jones, they are a vital part of the decomposition process. Second of all, expiration dates, more like expiration suggestions. Heyo. What up? I'm Shelly, and I drank milk that was a little hard today. Call it chewy milk because it's chewy.
All right, Zach, what do you have to say for yourself here?
Yeah, I mean, I bet somebody who eats expired meat thinks that worms are cool, because you gotta eat them all the time in your food. But guess you know what doesn't have worms in it? Me, to my best knowledge. I assume, I hope. So if my wormless carcass is something that keeps tigers sustained, so they can spend another day entertaining confused families whose cars broke down in Oklahoma. You know what? That's something that is important to me, and that matters way more than the decomposition process. Boring nerd shit. Tigers cool.
All right, Shelly.
I'm worm free too, Zach Jones, because I accidentally ate my dog's medicine. Also, I would never feed my tiger human meat. It's bad for its coat. Gotta keep those tigers shiny. Thank you. I've seen the rest of my time. I'm not a nerd.
All right. Well, there's no way to choose a winner here. I think we all know that. So let's do another Tiger King question since we're here, right? May, you wrote this, but I think let's get you in here talking about it anyways. Okay. And maybe Sean Rosa. What do you think? May and Sean Rosa? Okay, cool. So this is a question about Tiger King. Where did I put it?
Sean, do you want to go first or second since I wrote the question?
I'll go second.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I didn't get to a lot of these questions today. So I think I missed I didn't write down the other one. May, you had at least 2 Tiger King questions.
I had at least 4 Tiger King. This is the last of the quarantine wine, so I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. I thought I had written down 2 of them, though.
Was it about... I don't remember.
All right. Well, I'm just going to say Carol Baskins didn't do it. And
I don't think she did it. I don't think she did it.
Why not?
I think she did it.
This is garbage.
Oh, yeah. I mean, whether you think she did it or not, there's, you know, because
Sean,
you think
can't go on record saying this.
Oh, she's a little weird, so she must have did it, right?
No, she murdered him.
Case of my disappearance added days before he disappeared.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
then he like
He was trying to fake his own death. He was sketchy as shit. He had criminal connections. I don't think she did it.
Listen, I'm not anti Carol Baskin. I think killing your husband is fine. I just think he did do that.
yeah, like we need to give her credit for what she did, right?
okay, here's a question that is not about Tiger King.
Does anybody else miss baseball?
No.
I'm gonna say no, and I think I speak for the group, Sean.
No.
No. I miss, yeah.
I miss baseball.
Okay, let's do this question by May Keith, and it'll be May and Sean Rosa. But I think this is a very good ethical question. So May asks, who's going first? Sean?
I'll go second.
Okay, May's going first. Okay. So what's more important to protect? A parent's right to be a moron or a child's right to get vaccinated?
Oh, it's got to be the kid's right to get vaccinated. I mean, parents are so stupid. And like, my dog is barking in the background right now. Like, I'm a stupid parent because I didn't raise my dog to not bark when mom is drinking wine and arguing on the internet with friends about stupid shit. And like, I'm an idiot. But that shouldn't impact on Nixon's right to be a dog and to bark and to live. Children are important and they can make their own choices as demonstrated by the Animorphs and their ability to save our world.
Oh my God. Oh.
Sean?
I'm going to go ahead and say, wait, what am I arguing?
Parents have the right to not vaccinate their children.
Exactly. Parents have the right to not vaccinate their children because, like, a mother's love is more important than anything, including vaccinations. Who knows better than a parent what horrible viral infections are best to kill their children? You know? I mean, it's like a scene from my favorite children's book series, The Doorknob Lickers, where mom doorknob licker the doorknob and forced him to lick it because vaccinations are evil. I don't know.
Look, let's take vaccinations out of it completely. Let's talk about if a kid's right to do whatever trumps a parent's right to do whatever. And like, all right, so Splinter, he was a really good dad, right? He still let Michelangelo be a party dude. He still let Raphael be cool but rude. He still let Donatello do machines, and he still let Leonardo lead. And so like, that's what I'm saying is children have the right to do what they want to do, even though parents should make them be ninjas.
Yes, but here's the thing. The only reason they were able to become ninjas and mutant turtles was because Splinter did not let them get vaccinated. If he had let some doctor tell them what to do, then maybe they would have not gotten their superpowers. They would have never been heroes in a half shell. They would have been autistic. I don't know.
Time. That's enough of that question.
Yeah, that was rough.
Okay.
Sean's
So-
Googling, how do you edit a video before putting it out?
How do you edit a live stream?
How do you edit a live stream?
Remember when I murdered a bunch of grandmas? That was
We're past that, Chloe.
Okay. I found the question that May had written about Tiger King, and I realize the reason why I did not add it to the list of questions. Because this question is, what is more? Hold on. What is more objectionable, using meth addiction to entrap young men as your sexual partners, or aspiring for political office? So, I mean, it's close, but I felt like that could go down a bad path. Much like men that have met Joe Exotic have gone down bad paths. All right. So let's do
You
one
wouldn't
more.
say that if he was out of prison.
Yeah.
Tough
That
guy.
is every time Joe Exotic was on the television, every time he was on screen, I thought, this is a terrifying man. This is a man who strikes fear in the heart of people and tigers everywhere.
Nice song.
All right. Liz, you ready to debate?
Yes.
Okay. And you are debating who's the other person? Bill? You guys haven't done one in the end here, right?
I think we did. I believe we did, Sean.
Oh, so you okay.
Surprised
You
you
don't
there's 8 people here. I'm surprised you couldn't keep track of that.
I got a lot on my mind, Bill.
Please.
Liz, will you debate Bill?
If Bill will debate me, then I'll debate
Oh
Bill.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do
Absolutely.
it.
I was
It sounded like you're against it, Bill.
No, I'm just saying that you have I'm just saying I was giving you the business. Sean.
Okay.
This
This
is
is
a crack at you. That
Liz,
was,
you-
that was
Liz, do you want to go first? Or
that was
second?
I'll go second.
Okay.
Oh, so I get to pick?
Yeah,
Sean, do I get to pick?
because you didn't get to pick last time, so you can pick now.
Oh, all right. I will take marine biology.
Okay. Well, we don't have a marine biology category, but I will
You
give
can't
you.
find one
I'll give you the closest thing I can find
on
to
the
it,
app.
Bill. Your
Can't go on the
question.
app and find it.
Your question is from May Keith. She asks, "Your ship is sinking
Animals.
and there aren't enough lifeboats. What do you do? Make sure women and children are given first priority, or let
I think
everyone battle it out and the strong will survive?"
I think I already covered this earlier with the pizza question. Naturally, I let the ladies and the little kids on the boat. They just can't take pizza with them. You gotta leave the pizza here. That's for us. That's for the men. We gotta stay here and stay strong. You need to eat the pizza and keep our energy up. And you gotta leave all the alcohol too, apparently. Hey, let me ask you this. When the Titanic went down, how many people died in that? Not enough is what I say. Because you know what? Yeah, because it's generational wealth. You know, that most of them are still here today in some form or the other, and they're still crashing boats. We're fucking look, we had 12 years of unprecedented stock market growth, and then 2 weeks of a blip in the stock market, we had to bail it out. So what's it all for? What are we doing? Money's fake. Let's go home. Oh, I am home. I'm not allowed to leave anymore. What was the question again?
Time.
Well, fuck
Alright.
them kids. We're fighting. Like, I hate giving up my seat on the train for kids. Honestly, I would love to be on the train right now, but can't do that anymore either. Because it's like they have functioning bodies, so they can fight it out. They can just fight with each other. I would organize it by size, so it would be fair, and then we can fight. Equality for gender, but also size.
All right, Bill.
See, that's the thing. Technically, a 17-year-old kid is a child, like a fucking high school senior. Fuck that. You could swim. At that age, you should cut it off at 11. 12, maybe. Once you're a teenager, you're fucking, hey, figure it out, dude. You know, and that's not to say, hey, you know, obviously people with pools are going to have an advantage in the long run, but all right, it's a wealth thing again, I guess. Hey, let me ask you this, Sean.
Time.
Let me ask you this.
Time.
Because you're not even judging me now, so I can go over my time. Let me ask you this. How you doing? Everything going okay?
I'm doing all right, Bill.
All right, good to hear.
Thanks.
You
I
really
appreciate-
should shave though. Maybe take some scissors to those bangs It's really, yeah, it's
Do
kind
you
of.
think that the hair is too long right now, Bill?
Do you remember? Do you remember that movie with that guy that killed all those people? Any one of them. Any one. Pick a movie. where
Silence
that
of the
happened.
Lambs?
Yeah, sure. Even the bald guy, you look like him.
Okay.
Man, that is frightening when you flip it up like that. Oh my god, dude. You look like a Tim Burton character.
How could you, Bill? This is
I love
feel
Tim Burton,
betrayed.
dude. I love Tim Burton. I'm not giving you the business there.
I think what he's trying to say is that you look like me.
If I could get you look like a Daniel Day-Lewis character. We all know that, Rosa. Jesus.
All right. Why don't we look at the
Is that
results of the
over?
poll?
Oh no, I already looked. Don't say it out loud.
We're gonna look at the poll.
The
Everybody
kids don't
voted.
eat ass, apparently. I was
They
wrong.
chose their winner for the night. And our winner this evening
right.
is Shelley Gruenberg.
Hey!
Good job, Shelley.
Thanks, Bill. Great job.
John, not great, but you held your own, I guess. I apologize. That was a smart ass remark. You
All
didn't
right.
deserve that.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us for our ethics debate.
Are you in a basement right now, Sean? Where are you?
I am in a basement, Bill.
I'm in a basement too. I'm also in a
Wow.
basement. Yeah,
We have
this is
so
fun.
much in
How many
common.
people here are in the basement? What's going on?
I can
All right,
get in a
fun
basement
talk,
if you
guys.
need me to.
I don't have a
need it,
basement.
but it's fun. It's cooler
My
down
basement's
here.
a
I don't think the
river.
virus can live in a damp environment.
Okay, Bill, why don't
Virus can't live in a fishbowl.
Bill, why don't you grab that guitar and play us out of this show tonight? And we'll be
Are you gonna
back.
put my Venmo up?
Yeah, sure.
No, I'm not gonna do that. But hey, this was fun.
All right. Well, this was fun. Thanks everybody for
Thanks, Shelley.
participating, and congrats to Shelley on winning tonight. And thanks to
Yay.
Evan Zigman for giving us the final question of the night. Even though I regret asking it.
To be a variation of every final question going forward.
Yeah.
No,
Please,
absolutely.
no.
Every final question is just pee pee or poo poo.
What?
But
No.
lightly themed.
Just phrased differently.
All right. Thanks everybody. I'm gonna end this meeting now, but it was nice to see. It was nice to see you all.
Birthday,
Goodbye.
Sean.
Hasta
Later.
luego.
Happy birthday.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Later.